like to make note. Thank you, Jane. I would like to make note the fact that this info session is going to be like a series, basically guidelines on how to apply for scholarship in the tech ecosystem. But mostly, this first episode will be focusing on the SCA laptop scholarship, which for which applications have already commenced and will be ending soon. So this guide is basically to help each and every one of you present to understand the basic factors necessary in applying for the SCA scholarship and how to hopefully be among the successful applicants. So with us here tonight, we have one of the awardees, or one of the winners rather, from last year's scholarship application, in the person of Ikeoluwa Feyi Seton. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She is a final year undergraduate of the Department of Educational Media and Technology at the University of Ilorin. She is also a content writer and a social media manager. And I would like to also make known the fact that she is currently the chapter lead at SCA Uni Ilorin. Thank you so much, Ikulua, for joining us.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much, Awi. I can't pronounce the full name, so permit me to say Howie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, SCA Asaba. It's such a great privilege, and I do not take light of it. Okay, so let's get right into it. Okay, so I won't be sharing any slides because the I'm sorry because the light issue here is quite bad, so my system is not powered. So I'm sorry about that. But then let me send you the stuff. Okay, so guides to applying for scholarship. That was the team that's always sent to me. We'll be talking basically on the SCA laptop scholarship. By grace and privilege, I was part of the winners for the last quarter. That's quarter 4. So first thing is that, okay, how do you create a stellar application for your scholarship? For me, I think the first thing, even if it's a scholarship, maybe all those maybe you are applying for a scholarship abroad or anything, the first thing that you do your research. Okay, what's this scholarship about? What do they want? What's the scholarship about? What's their mission? What's their core values? Like, do your research about the scholarship generally. So when you do your research about the scholarship, you know what they want, you know what they want from you, you know what you want to give to them. Please, are we following? I don't know.
Yes, ma, you're audible.
All right, thank you. So you do your research first. Okay, so what do they want? What do they want from you? So when you do your research, you'll be able to tailor your application towards their needs, towards what they want. So let's say for the SCA laptop scholarship now, we all know that it's for guys in tech, for ladies in tech rather. First off, you must be in tech. Secondly, you must be a part of the community. You must be on the Slack community. So you must be a part of the She Code Africa community. It could be a chapter, but basically you must be a part of the SCA community. So with that, if you're applying for the SCA laptop scholarship, you have to at the back of your mind that, okay, I must be in tech. It could be a content writer, a digital marketer, a data analyst, like that. Then you know that, okay, I have to be a part of the She Code Africa community. So before then, because I noticed that some persons are just they're just asking for, okay, they just want to join the Slack community. That can be slim though, because they want you to be a part of the community. Because I remember that, okay, when I shared the SCA laptop scholarship, I shared it on my status. Someone from the SCA team were like, person was like, oh, it's just for the people in the community. So I have to delete it like ASAP. So they want people in the community to be a benefit, like to be a beneficiary of the scholarship. So you have to be a part of the community for the SCA laptop scholarship. Then you have to be active. There are some persons that are just on the SCA on the SCHQ. They're just there. They don't participate, they don't engage. So that way, I can see maybe one of the things that helped me. I don't know how they review their scholarship, but for that time, I was, to an extent, I was engaged. Like I was very active in the SCA, like headquarter the community. I was really very active. And after that, when you've done your research about okay, what and what do they want, then another thing is that you should always apply early. We understand that okay, SCA, the deadline is actually is short notice. I think it came out last week and it's going to be closing 26th, I think. But then if it's any scholarship at all, apply early. Like apply early. If you can apply the first day, then it's fine. Because the truth is, when 500 persons are applying for that same scholarship, these guys are not machines. They will first check the first, like, let's say the first 100. That's the application they will first check. They might not even check the people that are submitting the last day. They might not even check it at all. So apply early. Apply. Let's just be in their face. Because somebody gave me, I applied for a scholarship of recent and I didn't get in for that scholarship. That was because I procrastinated. I submitted the application like few hours to the deadline. So I had to, then I had like an insider in the community that I applied, and I asked the person that, oh, I didn't get in. The person just asked me, okay, when did you submit your application? And I said few hours. The person just said, you are very unserious. That, trust me, these people are not machines. They will not check all those last applications. Even if they check, they will focus more on the people that submitted early. So always apply early for any scholarship at all. For the SCA laptop scholarship, apply early. I know there's like we do not really have time, but then, well, I know God will favor us. But apply early. Then another thing is that okay. So when you get to your maybe the application questions, they would have asked your name and all. Please be how do I be organized, yes. Your name, just make sure there's no error there. Make sure there's no error in your mail. Make sure it's accurate, it's apt. Your name, everything that you're putting in there, proofread. There should not be error, because if there's an error in the mail, you might not even get maybe a feedback mail from them. So be apt, be organized. Double check your application. Okay, my name. It's funny most times where I check my name like I don't know. I just check my name. Okay, I want to be sure that okay, it's my name that is there. I want to be sure that okay, it's my email address that is there, because I don't want to hear stories that touch. So be organized. Check your applications thoroughly. Check it very well. Then another thing is that so when you get to maybe when they ask questions like, okay, tell me, I think something that is in the this said SC Lab scholarship, they said that your background, talk about your background, I think yourself, your passion. So in that place, I light it. Okay, you're talking about yourself, your name, what do you do? And make sure what you do is in line with okay what they want. For example, SA is a tech community. So if I'm saying I'm a fashion designer and I'm applying for this tech scholarship, like I'm contrasting myself, it doesn't align. So when you're talking about yourself, tell them about okay, I'm a content writer. You get, I'm a content writer. Just make it align to what they want. Talk about your passions. Okay, I've had passions for writing for a very long time. Then this. I've used this experience. So talk about the experiences you've gathered, your volunteering experiences. One thing I do is I do not really have like a major work experience. I think I've only worked with two firms like that they paid salary. But every other experience I've gathered over time is volunteer experience. So it's volunteer experience. If you check my resume, my CV, it's volunteer. Like I have a whole lot of volunteer experiences as a content writer, as a social media manager. So these experiences, so you put them there, you highlight it properly. You talk about your passion. So they know that okay, this is what this person is into. Talk about your passion, talk about your life experiences. And one other thing is that talk about how you've demonstrated leadership. And mind you, this thing should be in line with this same scholarship. Okay, okay, for example, there was a time I was the deputy PR and marketing lead at Alt Prize in my school. So when I was applying for this scholarship, I added it. It's a leadership role. So I added it. PR is in line with tech, is in line with content writing. So I added all this. So just make sure they are all in line. They're all in line with this scholarship that you're applying for. Then also add links to your work, because most times everybody can come and say people are very good at writing. People can come and say, okay, I've had this experience. But then show your work. That's why they say that we should always have portfolio. Show your work. Okay, I'm a content writer. I'm just learning. Fine. Let's say I'm just learning. Show links to your work. I think one of the things I did that time too was I okay, I think I was learning at Coursera at that time. I was learning, yes, and some of my certifications. So I uploaded all these things to the drive. Then I added the link to the application. So show your work, add links, let them know, okay, this person is not just saying it, she's actually doing it. Because people want to see results. They don't want to hear stories. There's this trend that they say evidence, they want evidence. Sure, you get. So show your work, show proofs to your work, show links. Then another thing is that keep to the word counts. If they are telling you that write 150, maybe write an essay of, okay, why are you applying for this scholarship, and it should be more than 150 words, please. It should not be more than 150. It should not be more than. One thing you can do is, for me, I write my essay in Word documents, Microsoft Word, then I check the word count. Then after that, then I can now paste it. I copy and paste it to the application. So I'll make sure that it is that exact word, because you don't want to be wasting time writing, and at the end they will not even read it. So keep to the word count, keep to it. If it's 150 characters, keep to the 150 character. If it's 150 word, keep to the 150 words. Okay, so another thing is also that, do not, okay, maybe if you've applied for the SC laptop scholarship over time, or even any other scholarship at all, do not bring in back your submission. Some persons are fond of, maybe I've applied for this scholarship and I didn't get in, then you're applying again for that same scholarship. They bring in that same write-up, that same submission. No, show them that, okay, you have other experience, you have no experience. This should be a time where you show yourself, you sell yourself to them basically. You sell yourself to them. Then if there's any other thing that you can add again, then you can also tell them how this scholarship will be will be beneficiary to you, like will be of benefit to you, then would also be a plus to them. Okay, how, yes, there's something that they say, how do you pay it forward? So when you're talking about, okay, this is how the scholarship will be of benefit to me, this is what I will gain, talk about how you pay that scholarship forward to them. You could, for the SA laptop scholarship, you can tell them that if there's any opportunity in the future where you can volunteer with the SCA team, then you definitely do that. Sure, you get. So talk about how you can pay it forward to them, to the community that you are, to the SCA team at large, and all. Then double check your application. It's very important. Check your punctuations, check your grammars, check your spellings. If it's possible for you to write your applications, go to ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT to rephrase it for you, check your errors, please do that. Then proofread, yes, it's still the same thing, proofread. If you have people that can help you check your applications, that's why I'm laying emphasis on apply early. So if you've applied early and you can get people to proofread, to check it for you, then you are good to go. Then finally, what I would always say, I tell people this every time, please pray. There are thousands of persons that are applying for this same scholarship that you're applying for. So it's fine, you might have a beautiful application, but then it's in God's hand. Yes, let me use that word. It's in God's hand to favor you. Pray. Pray for favor. Pray for favor. Because there are even sometimes that some people do not even have a beautiful application like you do, but then it's just grace. So pray. Pray. I can't overemphasize that. Pray. So I think that's all. Thank you very much. And if you have any question, please let me know. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Olua, for that insightful session. Like, I really, really, really do appreciate. Ladies, the floor is open. If you have any question or any inquiry to make, this is the right time to, ask her. You can unmute yourself and, just shoot your questions. Does anybody have any question to ask?
Yes, I do. Good evening, Awele. Good evening, Keolua. Thank you very much for the section.
Good
So,
evening.
um, okay, there are sometimes they do ask for if you have a laptop, then or and it's bad. So I don't know how do we approach it then because I know I've applied before, but my system's having a lot of faults. Should I just how do I is there a better way to approach it? Because I told them what was happening to the system and everything, and they said we should make a video, something like that. Is there a
Okay,
better way to approach it?
and you did made a video.
Yes, I did.
Oh wow. Okay, maybe next time after. But since you already made a video, I don't know why they didn't still review it. Because if you make a video and let them know okay what exactly is wrong with what wrong with the system, then they should be able to do something. But maybe next time what you can do again is maybe after making the video, maybe you can also send maybe while the system is malfunctioning or anything, you can also maybe snap like apart from the video, snap to then show them like if you can even make it like a voice over video and maybe while scrolling on the system, you're showing them okay, this is what's wrong with this system. I can't do this on this, I can't do this on this. Like I think they should be able to check that. But then you know that it might not be the it might not be the video part alone that they check. They might check your maybe written application, so maybe that might
Yeah.
be the reason. So it might be.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, welcome.
Okay, I think Uche was raising up her hand. Uche, do you have any question?
Yeah, I
Uh,
wanted to ask. You said something about using ChatGPT. Is there no way they can detect that you're making use of ChatGPT to like answer your questions?
No, you're not using ChatGPT to answer your question. You would have written your application. You know that we do not have the same experience. I do not have the same experience as Awele. I don't have the same experience as Precious or you. So, when I'm saying that okay, I'm a content writer, you might not be a content writer. When I'm saying that, okay, I have these volunteer experiences with maybe these communities, you do not have that same experience. What I'm just saying is that with ChatGPT, maybe if you've written down your application, ChatGPT can only help you rephrase it like better, maybe with the right use of word. It's not that you're telling ChatGPT to answer that same question. You would have written down your application. You can just tell ChatGPT to rephrase it for you in a better way. ChatGPT can help you check your errors that way. Maybe your spelling, your punctuations, and all. ChatGPT is not answering the question for you. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you. And okay, thank you very much.
All right.
okay,
So you
so
can
to
say what
also
you want to say.
No, can we still make use of Grammarly to check our errors so far?
Yes, yes. Grammarly is perfect. So you can use
Thank
Grammarly.
you. Thank you very much.
all right, thank you very much. Is there any other question? Okay, Pedro, you can omit your mic and ask, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, there is something in the form that require us collating collating all our experiences into a Google document. I don't understand if sending a link to our LinkedIn going to suffice for that.
Sending what? I didn't get that.
Okay, look, you said kindly provide a link to show growth in your specified field of learning. If more than one link, we recommend collating all on a Google document, opening up access to everyone and submitting the document link here. So I'm asking if can someone just submit a link to their LinkedIn to suffice for that?
But then in the when you first started filling the application, did they ask for LinkedIn profile or something?
Yes, they did.
Okay. Yes, you can also add your LinkedIn profile link to it. But then it would be better if maybe you are a UI UX designer now. You would have screenshots or maybe things you've worked on. You can just send the link, then upload them to the drive, then just copy the link, then grant them access. I think that's just it. But
Thank you.
if you're a writer or something, you know that maybe you write majorly on LinkedIn, you can also add it to it, then they check it.
Okay. Thank you.
But for that you might have to maybe put a write up and let them know what they want to check under your LinkedIn profile. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right. Okay, precious.
So I wanted to ask, is it advisable to apply for both data and laptop scholarship at the same time?
Mm, I think it's best you apply for one. I've tried it before, but then none worked. I didn't get any. So they'll know that okay, this like apply for one like at first, then maybe if that one should come through, then there's always another chance. Then you can apply for that.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you can unmute yourself. Hello, Mary.
Sorry, it's network. Okay, I have a question. The form, the scholarship form, there's a page where they ask you to say your previous work, and then they also said something about
Sorry, Mary, it's not clear. Can you? I can't hear
you.
you. It's breaking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I think it's better.
Okay. I said in the scholarship form there is a space where they ask applicants to um, show their previous work, and then they also said the scholarship is for schooling. So I don't know. Is it possible for someone who is new, someone that is a
So,
beginner with no previous um, work with the school? Is it possible for the person to apply?
okay, if I get you right, you said that in the application question, they said that we should post previous work experience or something. So you're asking that is it possible for a beginner to apply? Is that it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, okay. But then even the beginner still has to be learning something. So if you're a beginner in tech, you should have maybe where you're learning, probably from Coursera or Alison or something. So you can still show them your dashboard, you can screenshot your learning progress. So that way you still have an experience. Do you understand?
Okay.
Or
Yes,
maybe tasks you've worked on or something.
something. Okay. Thank
Mhm.
you.
All
Um,
right, you're welcome.
does anyone have any other question before we wrap up? Okay. So, in the absence of any question, I would like to call it a wrap for tonight. A very big thank you to
Mary has
Mr.
a question. She's raising her hand up.
Okay, Mary, you should.
Okay, I'm for the scholarship, do they usually tell the recipients of this scholarship ahead of time, because they said no collection of laptop by 12. Like, do they give them information ahead of time that you're a recipient? Did you get the question? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Like I can hear you.
Okay, yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so what were you saying?
I said there's a place where they said no collection of laptops by 20. So I don't know, the recipients, are they going to give them like an info ahead of time that, okay, you want this scholarship and you're expected
Yes,
to
yes.
come?
Yes, sure. This is like if if you've applied something your application, then they send a follow-up mail. Okay, we've received your application and we'll review and get back to you. Then after that, then if they review, they check your application, then they send another mail. Okay, we've reviewed your application. Maybe if it's successful, they'll say it. Then they might, for the last one, what they did was they they sent a personal raffle draw code for that last one. Like that was like when they first sent a mail that okay, they've gotten my application, they've received it. Then the second one was okay, they've reviewed the application and it was successful. Like I've moved to the next stage. Then they sent a personal code. That's like a personal code for the raffle draw. So when they sent it, so they were like, okay, you have to be at, because it was the last SCA summit. So they said you have to be at the summit. Then when they did the raffle draw, you have your personal code already. Then when they did the raffle draw, then they spinned and the code popped out. So that was it. So they will send follow up mail. They'll send real mail like from time to time. Okay, it's been reviewed. They've received it and all. Because did you get that?
Thank you very much.
I don't know if you got it, but then
Thank
all right, okay.
you.
All right. Thank you very much, Ikolua, for the helpful insights. Does anybody have any question? All right. So, in the absence of any question, I think we'll just call it a wrap. Once again, thank you, Kulua, for agreeing to come on board and handle our first session for this series. It was really,
Thank
really helpful.
thank you for
Hopefully,
having.
the listeners to impute this knowledge that they got tonight into the applications and turn out successful. Thank you
Amen.
to each and every one of you that turned up for this session. I hope you're all successful in your application, and hopefully we'll watch you mount the stage during the SCA Summit this year to collect your laptops.
Amen.
To, to everybody, to Uche, to Precious, to Fejiro, to Mary, and every other person who joined this call. To have a
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night.